What's your last name? Mickey, okay. But you are from New York, right? Yeah, I'm over here. I'm throwing down. Oh, God. We on the team together. I'm gonna do. I did get 35 for that, so hey, that's good. That increased. Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you.
You gonna learn about the internet today?
We're gonna learn about the internet today.
Okay.
How exciting. Have you ever seen this website before? Probably not.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. But you Steven's seen it.
Steven's probably seen it. I mean, that's his job.
Yeah. That's okay, PJ. You can be part of orientation too. I can show you all the things on the
I
website.
had to find a custom architect because the 60-day window that the custom home builder just gave me, they just said, we're gonna have to outsource the architect because the plan is so complicated.
Mm. See, if only I'd finished architecture school, could have helped you. Could have helped you.
So that's what I'm doing this morning. So people's rate block doesn't expire.
Well, if you just need somebody to draw it up, I can draw it up after that.
Actually, the client's an electrical engineer. He's already drawn up all the plans.
Oh, okay. See, I can't really help you on that.
Yeah.
That's all I really remember
So-
from class. So
That's what I need to find. And yeah, no idea where to find it.
are there architects downstairs?
Are they architects?
I think.
McAdams?
I could be wrong. I'm obviously very new here, so. But it's worth
Do they have a website?
maybe.
I love you.
McAdams. What do they do? McAdams. McAdams Co. Is it this? Is it? Yeah, that's them. And services. Achieve your vision. So they at least do landscape.
Civil engineering,
Landscape architecture.
Doesn't do regular architecture.
Maybe.
They
not.
probably can guide you to.
Oh ho ho. I
That'd
like
be a
that.
great idea. I'm gonna get so down.
You are awesome, Liz. That's why you do what you do, girl.
That's why she is who she is.
Yeah.
The funny thing is though, I didn't actually know that for sure. I just see their trucks all the time and I'm like, they look like they do something. All right, I'm gonna try no. I'll leave that one.
It's gonna get hot.
I know, I'm gonna, so much hotter than my scale, so sorry. I'm not gonna shut that one, I'm gonna leave that one.
Yeah.
But.
So who is, you're doing the training, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I thought.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think I started watching it online, but then I was like.
Right. It's one of those where it's not super complicated, so you don't have to necessarily watch it before, like on your own, because I'm basically showing you all the resources we have, so it's not too terrible. I promise.
Oh, yeah, no, not at all. I just had to shift focus.
Oh yeah, no, that's understandable. Yeah. You're allowed to shift focus. Oh my goodness. There is somebody from Heritage Title who usually will jump on these calls, and she'll give you a little bit of information about Heritage Title. Unfortunately, today she's not able to make it, but I do have a recorded version of that information, so I'll share it with you guys just so you have somebody that you know you can talk to about title insurance. So title insurance.
Okay.
So I'll send you guys that after the conclusion of today, just so you have it with you. You can use it as you see fit, but it should give you a little bit of a rundown of what title insurance is, why it's important, and how they can help you. So a little bit more information that you might need, but I was going to say, I was like, I never turn away information personally. Even if I don't use it, I like to have it.
Correct. Because you never know.
Exactly. All right. Give it a couple more minutes and see if anybody else hops on. How are you guys feeling? You enjoying everything so far?
Yes.
Yay. That's good. I'm glad. Any favorite parts thus far? Anything you're looking forward to?
Well, I know she's already been in a little girl team, so that's good.
I love that. Yay. Congratulations. That's exciting. Oh, okay. I love it. Yay. That's awesome. I like that. And that's the nice thing about Ignite too, is like starting out, you can like be together right away. It makes it easier to know that there's other people you can talk to. So, and it seems like, so we just brought Ignite back in person at the start of the year. It used to be done online. So it's been a big shift for us to have it back in the office again. And it's been something that we're super excited about. And
So
this
why
is,
did you guys do binders?
so that's a good question. I actually only started like 6 months ago. So when I came in, we had done away with the binders and nobody really explained why. I think it was like a matter of the amount of people who would buy them did not equate to the amount of resources put into them. Yeah, I think, yeah. So it was like a purchase thing. Hello, how are you? So I think that was the biggest thing.
You sitting there. I'm like, my hair is pretty, whoever that was. Usually I got time on my
But but yes, I think that it was a matter of like the interest was not there at the time, so we just did away with it because there were I think it was like $70 or something. But the other thing was all the resources were available online, so 9 times out of 10 people were like, well, why would I buy a binder that I have to lug around? So I think we did away with them that way. But this has been the bigger. Our Ignite session in January, we had probably like 8 to 10 people. So this one's much bigger. So it's super exciting. Yeah. Super exciting stuff.
I'm an in-person type of person. I like to come in person.
I'm an in-person type of person too. If I don't show up and I'm like sitting at home on a computer, I can guarantee I'm not paying attention.
I'm very distracted.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, and that's why when COVID hit and I was in college and doing my classes, it was not fun. It was really hard because I was like laying in bed with my dog. I was like, well, what are you doing? Like, I don't want to be doing this. What are you doing over there? But I think I'm assuming nobody else is going to hop on the Zoom call. If they do, that's totally fine. Then they'll just kind of jump in where they are. But other than that, I think for now, I'll just go ahead and begin. I think everyone here knows each other. It seems. I like to let you guys introduce yourselves to each other and talk about how you got into real estate, how long you've been in real estate, even if it's only been a few weeks. If you guys want, we'll do just what your name is and something fun about you, since maybe we haven't done like the fun facts.
Okay.
So we'll do a little icebreaker. I don't know, Michael, if you want to participate, you're more than welcome to. You just tell me, okay?
All right, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is an all or none.
All right, Michael, what's your fun fact?
Well, I love cooking. I love grilling. I love going to the beach with the kids, making music. That's my passion. So that's what I do in my free time.
Nice. I love it. Awesome. Thank you. All right, ladies, what we got?
So I'm Val, and fun fact about me is I ride motorcycles.
Ooh, I like that. That's exciting. So you own your own motorcycle then? Nice. Just one? I was gonna say, it's usually you don't just have one, you get 2. I do know that much. Well, yay, that's exciting. Awesome.
My name's Leslie, and I don't know that I have a fun fact. My life is pretty boring. I'm pretty late.
That's how I feel. We gotta dig deep. There's gotta be something. Maybe something nobody knows.
Her husband was her first kiss.
That's a good fact. That's a good one.
That's a fun fact.
Aw, that's so cute. I like that.
It was my first kiss in 7th grade.
Aw.
And then his family moved to Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
And then my kids, I was single for a long time, and my kids would say, Mom, you gotta get out of the house. You cannot sit at home.
Right.
You're never gonna meet anybody. He's not gonna come.
Yeah.
You're in the house.
Yeah.
Well, he sent me a friend request on Facebook, and we were like, from that moment on.
Aw.
He did. I love to tell your kids that.
I love that. That's a super fun fact. See, thanks, Tori. There you go. You do. That's definitely one worth sharing. All right, and Tori.
Okay, I'm Tori, and I guess I like weightlifting.
There you go. That's a good one. There's a gym actually right down the way. And it's free to you guys to use. So when you have a key fob, which you can come get from me, what I will do is there's 2 separate things. One, I can activate you guys to the doors downstairs. So basically I think it's 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. is when the doors are set to be open. But after that, they lock. So the double doors at the bottom. So when you guys have the key fob, you can come in at any hour. So you just swipe it, it'll let you in the building if you want to come in at midnight for some weird reason, whatever. And then there's a gym as well. So it's a separate application using the key fob number, but Sue at the front desk can do that for you. And then you'll be able to use the gym for free. So,
Yeah,
So
And
can
it's-
we get the
I
key fob
need
from
that.
you and take it to Sue to get it activated?
yep. So, I mean, and I can take them to Sue and just give her the numbers afterwards. So I can give you guys the key fob today, let you go on your merry way with them, and I'll just track the number of it and I'll have Sue activate them for you.
That'd
But yeah.
be perfect.
Yeah. And then,
So
so,
where's the gym? Is it on the
so-
second floor?
So we can go
No.
forward.
so it's hard for me to like explain because this, if you haven't noticed, this building's at like a very weird angle in the parking lot. So it's like, if you were to go out, not the door this way to the parking lot, if you were to go out the other doors on the first floor, then you look to your right, there's like umbrellas and a little green space where people can go eat their lunches. If you go over to where the umbrellas are in between, like that way, the building to the left of the umbrellas, when you're walking towards them, is gonna have the gym in it on the first floor. So,
Okay.
yeah, so
In
it's,
this building downstairs. on
it's
the
not
first
this
floor.
building, it's, you gotta go out of the building. It's another building, but it's like right there. So let me see. I might be able to pull it up on a map in a minute. But
We could probably go and explore.
I was gonna say, it's not too terrible to find it, but we'll figure it out. And I should have a map that I'm gonna pull up in just a second that should be able to show you at least a better idea. Okay, so without further ado, thank you, everybody. This is orientation. So what I'm going to do today is I'm gonna teach you kind of a run through of the website here, because the website is full of lots of different resources for each of you. And we want you to know that they at least exist, if not for you to utilize them, just so you know that they're there and you have something that you can fall back on if you're absolutely lost. Because we do try to set you guys up for success. We give you all the resources you need and we want you to know about them. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, this is our website. This is our specific office website for KW Valentine. It's called kwbresources.com. If you guys want, since you have laptops, you can navigate there yourself and kind of do it with me. If not, you can just write things down, totally up to you. But kwbresources.com, that's where you're gonna find everything specific to this office. So really quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and scroll right here. We're gonna click this new agents button in the middle. This new agents tab is really helpful for you guys, obviously, as you're first starting out. On the left-hand side, where it's gonna say learn more under the getting started information, if you were to navigate to the Learn More tab, what it brings you to is actually a nice little checklist. It's going to show you a lot of the different things you can expect during your onboarding process. So most of us are all the way through, or pretty much all the way through that process now, which is awesome. But this does have information about what we are asking of you, the extra documents I email you about, looking for headshots, things like that, and just the things necessary to complete your file. There's also a little bit of a blurb of what you can expect, when you can expect that information to roll through, and how you can contact different people. At the very bottom, though, this is what I do like to take a time to acknowledge, because I know we are mostly full through the onboarding stuff. So things you can begin to do immediately. One is go to this website. So congratulations, we're all there. The other is to check out the office training calendar and start attending some of those office meetings, which I'll get to in a little bit because this is one of the meetings. So congratulations. Again, we're already closer to being done. Joining Ignite, I think everyone in here. Julie, are you in Ignite just yet? I think you're waiting.
I'm a year.
I was gonna say, I was like, I don't think that you need Ignite right now, but that's what I was like, I think Julie is okay, but I just wanted to ask so you didn't feel like you were out of it.
I honestly don't know the password for the internet, sorry.
Oh, for the Wi-Fi here? So capital B, lowercase a-m-c,
AMC.
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And then the number 350, and then there's an exclamation point. So there you go. That's the Wi-Fi, everybody. So we'll start there. I should have said that before we started class. But so attending office meetings, running Ignite, so everyone in the room minus Julie in Ignite or has succeeded and passed through Ignite. And we are doing, let's see, the next thing on the list is to join Facebook pages, which we talked about a little bit just now, actually. So I will go ahead and show you the links to join the Facebook pages if you're not already a part of them, because they are helpful to be a part of. Attending office meetings, like I said. And the last one is registering your car with the parking, Torrington Preferred Parking. So my thing with that is it is free to you for you guys to register your car. If you plan to be here more than a few times a month, I usually suggest that you get a pass, again, because it is of no cost to you. There's really no harm in getting one. I've not really encountered any situations where someone said like, hey, I just walked outside and my car got towed, but we like you guys to just be completely prepared just in case. We don't want anything bad to happen to you when you're here. So at the very bottom of this spreadsheet or this little handout is going to be a link. You can go ahead and click on it. It's going to take you to the preferred parking website, and you just have to fill out these few little fields here, and they'll get you set up with a pass. The pass will be brought actually to this office as opposed to mailed to you, because they'll know that you're affiliated with Keller Williams, and it will be placed in your mail folders, which brings me to another great point. Mail folders is typically something that not everyone knows they have. So one really great feature about, or not even feature, but like a perk to being here is we do designate a mail folder for you guys. So to the right of the front desk, when you guys first come in, there's a little room with a purple back wall. We've got filing cabinets that are organized by last name. And within each of those filing cabinets, there's a file folder for each of you. So anytime there's mail that's sent to the office, that's where you can find it. So if you've got something like South Carolina licenses, typically are brought to the firm, not to your individual household. So in those situations, you could find your license when it's delivered at the office. The parking pass being another one of those things, but anytime you have anything addressed to the office, that's where you'll be able to find it. And if you guys can't figure out where the mail room is, totally fine. Sue will be happy to show you because she's in there all the time. But really quickly, so as we were kind of talking about, so let me see if I maybe even can zoom in a little bit more. So this is going to be our building here. Since we were talking about the gym, Julie, since I don't know if you were here for that part, we were talking about the gym. So when you walk out of these back doors, as opposed to towards the parking area, this is parking. So if you walk out the other side, when you go down the elevators, if you walk out the left-hand doors, you'll just walk to the right, kind of around the building. And then right in here is where you'll find like the green area and like the umbrellas and the food area. And that's where the gym is in these buildings. So yeah, so the gym, anyone can go to the gym. Once you have a key fob, it's as I explained to the girls before, actually, is once you have a key fob, we can register it not only for the doors down here, so you can come in at all hours, but we can also register you for the gym as well. It's free to you, and then you guys can go whenever you want. So
What's the name?
I have no idea. I would think probably just like Torrington Gym. I don't know if it's, yeah, I don't think it's like an actual like gym. I think it's kind of like an apartment style gym. Like it's got equipment there for you, but I don't think it's owned by anyone other than the office park. But so this is where you guys, like I said, would like to visit if you do plan to get a parking pass at any point, which you guys have been really great about attending in person. So that's something I would recommend for you. Hopefully that you guys keep up and hang out with me even after Ignite. And all right, so down the right-hand side of the same page, we are still under the new agent tab here. Under the learn more on the right-hand side, it's going to navigate you to Scott Leroy Marketing. Just about everyone at this point has received their Scott Leroy information with all their Keller Cloud setups for command, their website, their email, all that good stuff. But so under Scott Leroy Marketing, there is a lot of different things that I do like to take time to show you guys about under the Agent Resources tab, because it's not exclusive just to setting up your Keller Cloud. They do have a lot of other fantastic things for you to use. So under Agent Resources, if you were to go under training and even training calendar, this is the tech calendar that I do share out a lot to everybody. It is going to ask you to put your market center number in. Our number is 350, in case you haven't noticed the trend with that. But once you scroll, there is a whole tech calendar here from 1 to 2 every single day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday through Friday. My goodness. They do offer different trainings. There's a Zoom link available as well, but it's anything from command to database to teams to designs, things like that. So they do break down a lot of that stuff for you and give you tutorials and explain how to navigate and use a lot of those tools, because they want you to be proficient at it. So when you guys are in production, you're not ever confused as to how you can be doing better and what you need to be doing. So they do show you a whole lot. We also actually have Julia Designs with us officially. They have been onboarded with us. They are 2 sisters, Jules and Leah, and they both have worked for Scott Leroy in the past, and now are here to help not only troubleshoot for you guys anytime you have questions about anything, because they have the familiarity and experience, but they're also here to offer different services to agents as well, like concierge services. So definitely check them out if you ever have an opportunity. They're not that far from my office, actually just across the way. So they're very, very helpful, and they're super eager to help you guys out however they can. The other really great thing about Scott Leroy is now that we have Julia Designs, you definitely talk to them if there's anything going wrong or anything seems a little funny. But Scott Leroy is also highly responsive. So if you were to email them about any issues you're experiencing with your command setup and things like that, support@scottleroymarketing.com. They're really great about getting back to you right away, and they'll 9 times out of 10 have the solution right then and there. So I do like to show that to you guys. There's also an agent store here to the right-hand side. So if you guys were looking for business cards at all, I do recommend going to this website. Personally, they do have pre-done templates for Keller Williams. There's several different options. You can do anything from the finish to the corner style and change all that, as well as add your personal information, photos if you please. But they do have really great deals. I personally ordered my own business cards from here. I got 500 for $39. So it's really a great deal. If you guys would prefer to do something like Vistaprint, or you've already got business cards, don't worry about it. But I know that as a firm, we do not offer business cards. So I've had that question a lot of times, which is why I like to show you guys where you can find them and how you can get them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to exit out of Scott Leroy. But scrolling just a little bit further, again, we're still under that new agent tab. These are going to be the Facebook links that I was discussing earlier. So if you're not a part of our Facebook pages already, definitely something to check out. So this top one here is going to be the actual office Facebook page. So it's going to be all 500 of the agents, the staff, things like that will all be on there. We're discussing different listings, different open house opportunities. Agents are there communicating with other agents about ISOs and things like that. There's also the opportunity to hear from me because I'm on there all the time. So I'll bother you. I'm on there all the time telling you about the different trainings and things we've got coming up in the office so that you guys can stay on top of that and get involved in whatever you please. Because we do want you guys to obviously continue your learning as long as you're available and ready to do it. We want you to keep that eager attitude. So there is a lot of stuff on there for you to attend. The next one below is actually our strategic alliance partners, and that is our vendor program here. So we have preferred vendor partners. They pay to be a part of this program. They're all vendors who we've worked very closely with as an office. Agents have used them and have great reviews for them. So all of these individuals are amazing, and they've got in-house information for you over in Vendor Corner, which I can show you guys in a little while if you please, but we've got lots of information in terms of different vendors that you guys can reach out to. So if there's ever something that you're like, you know what, I have never done a transaction where I've never done a house where I needed brand new floors, like who do I talk to? We probably got somebody. I can't necessarily tell you specifics right now, but this page in particular, this Facebook page, is all of our vendors actually on a Facebook group. So if you were to join that, you'd be able to hear from them specifically as to whether or not they've got maybe deals that they're running. You can get in contact with them easily. My favorite thing about Facebook is there is the search feature even on pages like that. So if you search plumber or electrician, anybody that we have in our program that is a part of that page would be able to come right up and you have a contact immediately. So that's a really nice thing. We do have a couple other ones here as well if you would like to look at those. The next thing on our list here is Colorisms, and Colorisms is pretty much just breaking down some of the language that I'm sure you've noticed is very specific to Keller Williams. So if you're like, oh my gosh, what is a capper? Totally fine. I didn't know before I got here either. So if you guys want, this is a great little sheet for you to look at to kind of get the breakdown of what the heck is going on. My favorite part of this is that we actually explain each individual role within the market center. So what is a team leader? What is an assistant MCA, which is me? You could kind of look at that and get it in real life terms as to what that means, because we do have a lot of specific language for Keller Williams. So if you're ever like, okay, let me try and figure this out really quickly without having to bother anybody, without having to ask questions, go ahead and look at this little sheet here. But I will say at any point, you're welcome to ask me questions. I don't mind helping out with questions. So underneath that, there's a way to navigate to answers.kw.com, which is an entire webpage dedicated to frequently asked questions about commands. So if Command being our CRM, it's built by KW for KW. So it can be a little hanky sometimes. They try their best, but obviously it's not perfect. So answers.kw.com is, as you're navigating through it, there's an entire webpage, like I said, of frequently asked questions. So if you're like, what is this? Why is this doing this? Go ahead and check out that page because there's a good chance that your question's probably already been answered on there. There's also a sister website to that, which is ideas.kw.com, which is an entire webpage dedicated to suggestions as to how to improve Command. So they do like to hear from anyone and everyone. They like to hear from the top agents. They like to hear from brand new agents because they want the CRM to be as like user-friendly as possible. So if you guys ever have any suggestions and you have time and you would like to drop them, go to ideas.kw.com and you can give them some tips and how to improve Command, which is great because I always love the fact that everyone's voice is heard. So definitely feel like you can use that at any time. Below here, we also have another access point to download Ignite materials. So if you guys are going through individually on the calendar, that's totally fine. You're more than welcome to. If you've got the whole folder shared with you at this point, perfectly fine as well. But if you did want to go ahead and find another hub where you can download the materials if something's being funny, you're welcome to go to this link here and it'll pull you straight to KW Connect and you can individually download the materials. The last thing that we're going to come up on, there is a training calendar here, but there's an easier way to get to that. So I'll show you that. But the last one here is how to book a conference room. So we do have lots of different conference rooms available on this floor. I think we've got about 7 or 8 different conference rooms available for you guys, and each vary in capacity. Some are 4, some go, I think, to 8 to 10, but they all have their own names and you'll see them as you kind of walk by. But we do have a really great way to schedule your own conference room because we do want to encourage you guys to use them at any point, whether it's because you just need a moment of quiet, whether it's because you're meeting with clients, you're sitting down with another agent, maybe for an interview for a team. Any of those above reasons, that's perfectly fine. We want you to feel like those resources are available for you to use. So what you'll do here is you would register. Right now, as new agents, I have to go in and I have to add you. So you might not be available to register like right this second. So don't be testing it in front of me right now. I will go back and fix that at my desk. But you would register, you'll use your KW email, you'll set a password, and it'll allow you in because I'll make you a trusted user. From there, it'll show you an entire spreadsheet where it breaks down the capacity for each conference room by their name. It'll show you the whole day and show you where the time blocks are for whoever has reserved it for the day. We do usually ask that you keep it to 2 to 3 hours at the most, just because we do want them to be on rotation for everybody. But other than that, there's really not a whole lot that we ask of you guys. We want you to be able to use the conference room. So definitely do check that though. When I first started, it was more towards like the heart of COVID kind of behavior. And we really didn't have a whole lot of people in the office, which was great because it meant that anyone could use the conference rooms for as long as they wanted. They never had to register, but it's been kind of like a difficult transition back to now that, okay, they are being used. Like, okay, you didn't register for this. You're going to have to scooch it just a little bit. So just make sure that you're checking the spreadsheet because that's going to be a really great tool for you to understand, okay, this is how this conference room is available. I'm going to take it. So definitely do that. I'm going to go right back to the homepage and I will actually show you really quickly. So we have our leadership team here. Anybody who's got any questions about the faces you may see in the office and what they do, here's everyone you will have on leadership, and here are their emails as well if you ever need to reach out to anybody. For example, this is Brandy. Please ignore the fact that Brandy's title is scooted over to the right. Something about this webpage, I could not tell you, but it is specific to monitor size. So when I make adjustments, it looks perfect on my screen. But then if I put it on something big like this, it looks silly. So just be patient. I promise it doesn't look that bad when I'm doing it. So I apologize if it looks bad on your end as well. But this is everyone here. All of these people are here to help you succeed in any way they can. So just feel free to ask us questions. We're super friendly. We only bite sometimes. So just go ahead and ask us anything, especially once you're in the office frequently. We'd love to see you guys. Just stop by and say hi. Scrolling down, here's going to be the office calendar. There's actually a really convenient way to pull that. And it's just this tab right here. Anytime you click that, it'll actually take you to the homepage, but drag you all the way straight down so you don't have to scroll that far. But the office training calendar is actually going to show you everything that we've got going on in the office for the given month. You can even navigate to different months. And you'll see that we've got stuff already planned way out, which is amazing. We've been working really hard to make sure that this is full of different opportunities for you guys because we want you to be able to get involved with different trainings and, just even social opportunities to get to network with other agents. So we've got a lot going on here. Any given day, you're welcome to navigate to this calendar. And when you click on the day, like for example, today there's +4 more, it'll show you everything we've got going on in the day. If you were to click on a specific event, it'll tell you the link, it'll tell you a passcode, if it's a Zoom opportunity, if it is a both opportunity, it usually will specify, or there'll be 2 links, and it'll give you the description that you guys need for all the information on the calendar. But so please navigate to this at any point you want and register for anything that your heart desires. There's very few things on here that I would say are exclusive to a certain group of agents. I think that our power-ups in the morning, if you're in coaching, you're able to attend those. If you're not in coaching, that those are just a coaching program thing. But 9 times out of 10, it's welcome to anybody to be a part of. But so we've got lots going on. So please do navigate the calendar, especially you can plan out, months in advance and start registering for stuff. I will say that our biggest thing coming up is actually going to be on the 31st. Tony Giordano is going to be coming. He's a national speaker. He's going to be coming to our market center. We only have 80 spots available and it is free to you guys to come. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, please, we've got links that give you all the information you need, but do register for that. We do have a couple spots left and I want to give you guys this opportunity to look into that if you haven't already. But we do have some big name speakers that come out as well. We try to make those more special opportunities. So we do those maybe like once every couple months, but he's going to be our biggest one in a while. So definitely check that out. Below, we do break down some of those recurring meetings, mine being one of them. There's my orientation runs every first and third Tuesday or Thursday of the month, but we also have some other great opportunities for you guys to get involved even as an agent. We've got ALC meetings, which if you guys are not familiar with ALC, I will touch on that in a minute. But we've got ALC meetings, and those happen the third Tuesday of every month at 11. We also have our team meetings, which are the second and fourth Tuesdays at 11. The team meetings are really great for you guys to get to be involved in, just because there's so much energy here in the mornings, which is awesome. But we also will discuss things going on in the market center. We'll give you guys, some inspiration by interviewing some of the other agents sometimes. And we'll just kind of have like a really great opportunity for camaraderie and getting everyone together and on the same page. So I usually recommend going to team meetings just because they keep you involved and they give you a good understanding of what's going on. We also do have forums classes. Our forums classes run every Thursday from 1 to 3. They touch on North Carolina buyer, North Carolina listing, South Carolina listing, and South Carolina buyer. So we do kind of cover everything. Normally our broker in charge, Sabra, will run those. Recently she's fallen ill though, so she's been out for a little bit. Right now we've had our T group partners who've been taking them over and trying to keep them running for you guys. But it's a 2-hour-long class every single week where they dive into all the forms that you'll be using for a given transaction. And they give you just about all the information you need to understand how to fill them out.
Those, the forms classes,
Mhm.
are they Zoom or?
Zoom.
Zoom only?
Yes, ma'am. So you're welcome to come anytime that's something Zoom only, since you guys do like to be in person. I'm not sure if you're like me, but me personally, if I'm just sitting in a room like this, even if I'm by myself and it's Zoom, I'm more likely to be focused than if I'm at home with my cat. Like I'm not going to focus at home. So if that's something that works for you, even if it's Zoom, you are more than welcome to pop into the training room if it's open and available. Sit down here, sit in the productivity hub. I know Lori's in the productivity hub a lot. I'm trying to see if she's gonna look, but she's over there a lot as well. So you're welcome to make any space kind of your home for a little bit. And we want you guys to feel like you can be here at any at all times. So feel free to take those opportunities and make them more in person. If you guys, because you have a girls group, if you guys want to connect and be like, hey, I'm going to do this in the office at this time. Do you guys want to get together? If everyone's on board and they want to watch it with you, you guys can do like a mini watch party out there. That's perfectly fine. So those are going to be Zoom exclusive, but you can make them more of an opportunity for you to be in person.
Is there a site where all the forms are that can be?
So that's actually going to be on here. So I'll show you those in just a minute, but a little bit further, we've got Sabra here, and she's hopefully going to be coming back in not too long from now. Our ALC is our Agent Leadership Council. That's the group that I just mentioned a little bit before. These are a group of about 13 agents. They all represent different committees here, and they're all really phenomenal. Top 20% agents. They go through an interview process, but they represent different committees here. And their whole goal is to make Valentine a better place and to get you guys involved as well. So they all have different committee meetings. Typically, they meet on like the first Tuesday of the month, sometimes the first Wednesday. But anything that sounds of interest to you, if you guys want to give your 2 cents, or if you just guys want to witness and hear what they're talking about and be a part of the conversation, you're more than welcome to attend any of their committee meetings. We've got ones from growing your own personal wealth and getting your downline going up. We've also got people who help plan our social events. So there's all different opportunities. We've got tech committee. So if anything sounds of interest to you, you guys are more than welcome to not only reach out to the committee chair, but you're also more than welcome to attend their meetings, which will be on the office training calendar. We've also got an amazing coaching program here. And if you guys are interested at all in coaching and you're not already a part of it, which I think most of us might be a part of it. If you're not though, reach out to Brandy Williams. She is phenomenal. She'll make sure that you are getting into the place you need to be and get you in touch with one of our amazing coaches. But they're here to help you get the ball rolling, hold you accountable. And that's really the big thing, is hold you accountable. If you say you want to accomplish something, that they're going to see to it that you do, because it is easy sometimes when you don't have someone up against your back to tell you to do something. It's easy to kind of lose some steam on that. So they're going to be here to help give you suggestions and help you walk you through some of that first few transactions you may have. But going a little bit further, we've also got our T group partners. So everyone's been assigned a T group partner. Julie, yours will be coming shortly. But so all of our T group partners here are listed. There's areas of expertise are listed as well. But each of these individuals not only do help run the forums classes now, but they each meet once a week and they hold their own T group meetings. I believe those are for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. But each of those T group meetings, with your individual partner, you're welcome to jump on those. And again, they're going to just be talking about the forms. They're going to talk about all the things that they can answer for your questions, for your clarity. So I highly recommend doing those. That's usually, if you come to us with a question about our forms class, our first kind of response to you is, yes, we'll help you. But the first thing is, do you have a coach? Have you talked to your coach? Do you have a T group partner? Have you talked to your T group partner? Because above all else, those people are going to be the ones who can help you more efficiently and proficiently in terms of understanding those forms. We do have some areas of expertise with it, but we want to make sure that you've got.
You're so smart. Thank you.
I'm the
It did work. You're a genius.
Yeah, she is.
Woo! Ignore. But so those are going to be the individuals. And if you can't get a hold of your T group partner for any reason, they're all here to help and they all want to see you succeed. So again, if you can't get a hold of somebody, you're welcome to contact any of the other partners. If you're like, okay, Tasha knows South Carolina. I just got my South Carolina license. I haven't been able to talk to somebody about it yet. Talk to Tasha. She is absolutely here to help you guys. And we want to make sure you can get in contact with those people. We also have first step partners that kind of coincide with this T group program. Or your first step partners as a new agent here, they are going to just make sure that you're doing all right, getting adjusted and everything's going well. There's a 30, 60, 90 checklist that they will usually send out to you guys. And it's just a rough idea of things you can be working on those first few months while you're here. You don't have to necessarily follow it to a T, but it's something to give you a loose idea of, okay, here's where I can kind of pinpoint myself, because it can be overwhelming. It can be confusing. So those are definitely individuals who are going to be not only reaching out to you to check in on you, but also if you want somebody to talk to about, hey, I'm confused about this, reach out to your first step partner. They'll be in the same email as your T group partners when I first introduced everybody. So reach out to either or, and they'll be here to help you. Scroll a little bit further. These are just ways that you can link up to other sites. But going on, we're going to get to the FAQs here. These are frequently asked questions. If you're like, there's no way that I'm the only person with this question, who do I talk to about this? You can go to this frequently asked questions and you can hover over and it'll give you an idea of, okay, if you have a question about commission requests, you can talk to Lynn. Don't talk to me about that. It says me. Don't talk to me. But if you have questions about referrals, you have questions about compliance, it tells you who you can talk to about different things. I'm usually going to be your first stopping point, and I'm happy to do that. If you absolutely like, I have no idea who to talk to, I will be the person who either will get you the answer or will point you to the direction of the person who does. So please do feel free to blow up my email about, I have a question about this. Who do I talk to? I'm here to help direct. Go for it.
Where do I get the KW Valentine logo?
So I will be honest with you. I had that question this morning. For me personally, I've Googled it and I get good luck with Googling it and it's not been any issue. Yep. So yeah, so I've had good luck with it because it's a nice clear PNG, but I do have some saved in my computer. So when I'm done here, I'll just email you what I've got, and you let me know if it's going to work well for you. If not, then I recommend usually just trying Google, seeing if you can't come up with something there. And there is an advertising guideline as well that might have something for you, but I'll email you what I have first because I have a few different renditions that might be more clear than the others.
There's a lot of like different styles of the logo.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm having it. You can like download.
I don't have anything left to teach you guys. You guys already know everything.
Yeah.
We've just been plundering around.
I like that though. That's huge.
It says logos and within workspace, they should pop up.
Guys, class dismissed. You guys go. You're good. You don't need me.
No, we need
Definitely need
you.
I
Can't have any more dates on.
don't worry. I'm done with all my it was my fiance's birthday. I'm done with all my little vacations. You're good. You're good. So under I'll go to the next tab real quick. So on-demand training is going to be the next one over. It will ask you for a password, which is why I like to show you. It's the exact same as the Wi-Fi, but minus the exclamation point. So it's a capital B. Yeah, no, you're good. Capital B, lowercase a, M, C, and then the number 350. See, and this is why I get upset when people don't want to attend orientation, because I'm like, well, I had this little nugget of information you weren't going to get anywhere else, and nobody wants to hang out with me for it. So on-demand training and office resources will also ask you for a password. It's the same password. So capital B, lowercase a, M, C, and then the number 350. I like to say it a couple times because I'm usually behind when I'm trying to jot stuff down. But so on-demand training, if you go to the left-hand side here under the on-demand button, it'll navigate to a YouTube channel that I put together. Hi, did you get rained
I
on?
always love to come visit, but then I just thought it would be fun.
Did you get rained on?
So this is KWB Swag. I'm like, what are you doing? So it's so weird, but then you're like, why does she have all that on? So this is the North Face one. Like
It's the softest thing you've ever felt.
So we already know North Face is a good quality.
It's a really good, I mean, this is.
But here's the problem is they came in.
Commercial.
But here's the problem. We were originally debating between the regular hoodie and the North Face hoodie.
So
we all voted on the North Face one because we were like, that is the softest thing ever.
This
and
is
now
a
we're doing both.
large.
And I'm like,
it's big. If you like big hoodie, so this is a large.
Okay.
They're 50 for the North Face. Like it's good quality, but you can still get the $30 one, which is still was the nice
Yeah.
black, just non-name
Is
brand.
the $30 one a little bit lightweight? Sometimes North Face can be a little hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
So the
Yeah.
other one's gonna be a little bit lighter.
I agree. Like a
Yeah, it's
lighter
gonna be
weight
more like a
sweatshirt.
standard
And then
hoodie.
the shirts are only 15. So same thing, they're all just gonna have KWB swag. So if you wanna sign up, it's up front before
This
you
is our
go.
team
It's
leader,
like a little-
Teresa, everyone. She likes to bombard me.
Yeah.
KWB swag. So sign up front if you want one. They're just gonna put in like a first order, they'll do it again, but I wanted to show
I
everybody.
know, I like this. Is a good, I liked that. That was the best time to do it.
This morning, so I was in here. On my Facebook, I took a picture of her post. I mean, she not only had that green dress, she's got a green. bow.
That's why I'm like, what are you doing?
She was the one who, yeah.
I think she's got green on. I'm like, no, but then here she comes back with this handful of necklaces.
That's Teresa's savior for you. So there's never a dull moment. But so under the on-demand training, now I'm going to be super boring because I was way more excited than what I had to say. On the left, though, if you were to click the on-demand button, it'll navigate you to a YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is actually updated by me. So what I do is I will post all of the different recordings that we've got of our recurring meetings, like forms classes, orientation, compliance, team meetings, all that from the start of 2022, I have uploaded to this YouTube. So I didn't want to put anything before that because it does get a little outdated, especially with the forms. There are a few of Sabra, though, that I have on there because obviously Sabra. She's going to have good stuff to share. So feel free to navigate to this YouTube channel anytime you're like, okay, I totally missed that class. I know I missed that class, but I know Liz is going to put it up on the YouTube. You're welcome to watch it here if you know you can't make it.
Teresa told me there was a command one-on-one class that was Tuesday that I missed. Is it on there?
Yes, ma'am. So that's actually, so Tech Tuesdays with Julia Designs, they come in and they'll teach on different things. Command was actually the first class that they taught, and that was this past Tuesday. So if you go in under other Tech Tuesdays, that's going to be your recording of that first class.
Gotcha.
So, yes, ma'am. So I've got you covered on that. I'm going to close out. If there's ever a training that you guys miss, typically they are recorded. Obviously, I like to tell you guys, like, please go in person. Please be there for them. I understand life happens. So if you signed up for something and something came up and you can't make it, 9 times out of 10 it is recorded. So do email me. I'm happy to share it with you. But I usually try to withhold that because I'm like, I don't want people to just ask me for recordings. Like the energy and the question opportunity, all that is so much more important to be in person for. So, but you guys seem like a good bunch. I'm happy to tell you that because I think you'll still try to be here in person. But so on the right-hand side, we've got Command on Demand. If you click this on demand button, it's going to navigate you to Scott Leroy's YouTube channel. Oh my goodness. It does that every couple times that I've gone to it. But going to Scott Leroy's channel, though, they do have all the information and breakdown of YouTube video tutorials on how to work DocuSign, how to work Command. Again, these are the people who set you up with all of that, so they know what they're talking about. They're great people. But all these videos are dedicated to explaining all that. We've got Command tips, things like that. So anytime you guys have questions or you're like, let me try, and you guys seem like you've been learning ahead of time, which is great, front load the information. I don't know. You guys have been impressing me.
Scoop around.
No, you've been impressing me. I'm good with
I
this.
was like, oh. Maybe I'll find out about this.
No, see, I like that because I've also had people who come in, they're like, what's a parking pass? Which is fine. The parking pass was a little bit of a secret, but right. But so I like to just give you guys all the information I can. But so Scott Leroy Marketing, though, they do have a lot of great information on here. So again, if you guys are front loading information, you want to know it before you have that transaction, definitely would recommend looking here because they've got great tutorials. They vary in length. You've got ones that are 7 minutes, ones that are about an hour. So lots of different content on there for you. Scrolling a little bit further, a little bit of a blurb about Ignite. We all know about Ignite or we've passed through Ignite. So I'm not going to touch on that too much for you because you're all enrolled. On the right-hand side, office resources. Again, it's capital B, lowercase AMC, and the number 350. And then under here, forms and checklists. See, I knew it would come in handy. So we've got South Carolina here. General forms is going to be North Carolina. So on the left-hand side, if you want to get forms, Sabre put all these forms. She figured Most frequently asked questions. She said, you know what? I get these requests all the time. I'll just put them on a Google Drive for you. So here's going to be a lot of the different forms you're going to be looking for and asking about. We've got lot disclosures, for example. I've got, let's see, heritage title forms. I've got an addendum right here. This is under office resources. So office resources, and then you'll enter the password. On the left-hand side, it's going to be all those great North Carolina forms. If you are South Carolina licensed or plan to be, you can find the same exact collection of forms, but it's just going to be this right-hand button as opposed to the left. The next thing that you're going to love Sabra for, and maybe me, because I told you about it, is under this middle button, Get Checklist. Sabra has built some checklists herself that help to walk you through the transactions. So not only are you now like, okay, I'm in the transaction, what do I need? What form do I need? When does this need to be done by? Who needs to sign it? She's made you checklists that are color coded and everything that show you absolutely everything for any given transaction. This one, of course, is going to take me a second, but this is NC listing sales. So it's a checklist. She made it July 2021, so still fairly accurate, but it just kind of walks you through. I don't know why it's taking forever, but when you do, there you go, color coded and everything with check boxes for you, so you can just go ahead and walk through it. So she does make it as easy as possible, hopefully give you as much confidence as you can. I always tell people, I've had people who print them off months into being here. I love the strategy. Maybe don't let your client see the checklist, but tuck it in the back of the folder, check it off as soon as they're gone. Yes, ma'am.
Will this also be in command before you can get to the clients? This will be like, you have to have this required.
I don't know as much. That would be a better question for Carla. I share an office with Carla. She's our compliance coordinator. She's phenomenal at her job, and she enjoys it. I don't know how. She enjoys going through all the paperwork and making sure everything's, all the T's are crossed, but I would, yeah, absolutely.
Has always been my checklist.
Mhm.
But this is a great reference.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I'm not sure, and this is again, because I'm not an agent, so I don't have commands. So I do, but not in the same facet. So for me, I'm not sure if this was something Sabra built up because we didn't have that option. So I would just run and ask Carla, because I think that there may be something like that on command, but I don't want to speak incorrectly. So check with Carla before you leave, and she'll have a good answer for you. But yeah, so these are lots of great checklists for you guys to use, so you can go in with as much confidence as possible. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I took my post license thing, I just finished it up. And one of my professors, one of my teachers,
Mhm.
she's the BIC at the Raleigh KWB.
Okay.
And she was telling us about, there's a class, and I don't think there's a class report, but I didn't think there was a form. They do a 1 week, they've designed a 1 week class that's a requirement for new agents,
Mhm.
but it tells things like, where you go get your septic. Wait. Like,
Oh.
we don't know how to, do you know how to do that? Do you do that?
No,
Okay.
definitely not. I would come talk to Liz.
Right, I was gonna say, so we do not have a class that's required of you for that. Typically speaking, that those are questions we would tell you to talk to your T group partner about, because they'll be able to tell you. So instead of maybe a class, we more give you a direct person so you can ask them in the moment.
Gotcha.
So which again, it depends on your learning style. One might work better for some, but your T group partner is somebody who can help you with that. Sabra herself can help you with that. Usually, again, she's still out because she's ill, but Tasha Viney is one of the T group partners who stepped up in a big way and has kind of been fielding a lot of the questions for Sabra. So you can contact Tasha. Carla might know some of those answers as well. I know that she knows usually a good bit more than she gives herself credit for. So you can always ask Carla a quick question like that. That's easy. So please do feel free to use the resources in any way you need to. But those would be my best suggestion for you. Again, you're welcome to ask Carla and see if she knows by chance, but T group partner would be my suggestion for you. So Carla's in my office. So if you were basically to walk out this door and go back by the computers, just keep walking until you get to the back wall, hook a little left. There's like a little opening where it says like steps to capping, and it's like where you would drop off closing checks. Me and Carla sit back there. Lynn sits directly across from us. If you've ever walked by Lynn Davis's office, we're all kind of in what we call leadership row. So that back wall is kind of all the leadership team members. So if you get lost and you walk in the wrong person's office, the good news is, well, I'll be able to tell you where the right person's office is. So feel free to just, and if you want, you're welcome to kind of like walk around as well. If you haven't really gotten a chance to like walk the whole office, Sue does really well with explaining like the different, like going on like a little tour with you and just kind of explaining what different things are. So feel free to talk to Sue about that. I would say that I can do that, but I'm not the best with it. So, because I don't, what do you, hold on.
I just wanted to see you again.
That's not it. That's not it.
Teresa was in here trying to find.
Oh, no, she already left.
Okay.
She was explaining our swag.
Okay. Hey.
But so on the right-hand side, a little bit further down the page, back on track, the CE shop, kind of bouncing off post licensing. CE shop we partnered very closely with. They offer a great deal of exam prep, pre-licensing, post-licensing, all that good stuff. But because we do have a really good partnership with them, they offer it at a discount. So they are frequently actually offering discounts. So anytime you guys navigate here, because you're like, okay, now I'm going to get my South Carolina license, where can I go? I usually recommend starting here. Just because they do have so much offered to you and at a great price. So right now they're doing a 25% off discount. I would say that the most I've seen is 40, which is still great. And 20, you're usually not getting any lower than 20% off anytime you go on the site. So this just happens to be our dual branded website with them. So this is where you can easily access those deals, but also just kind of navigate and you can see everything they've got. I mean, they've got more than, where is it? They've got way more than just South Carolina. I know that's usually the most relevant right around this part of the state, but they've got Idaho. If you really want to go be an agent in Idaho, there you go. You got it. But so they do break it down. So there's like lots of different options for you and they show you everything they offer. So definitely something to check out if you're considering, or hey, I still have to finish my post licensing. Do check out the CE shop. They're wonderful. At the bottom here, still we're all under this office resources tab. I definitely highly recommend actually looking at these numbers at least once, writing them down somewhere where you might visit. These are just license numbers or numbers to know regarding our market center. So we've got the firm license number for North Carolina, South Carolina as well, because sometimes you are going to encounter that on a form. The big one that I'm probably the most frequently asked about is our Canopy Mls Id Number, which is 9149, in case anyone wants it. But anytime that you are like, okay, I think I know where that might be, this is probably the spot to check. If you can't find it here, you can email me, you can email Sabra or Tasha, and we can help you navigate to it. But this is definitely where you're going to find a lot of those helpful numbers. Again, I've not really ever been asked for any more of that, but another really helpful number off to the left here is our market center number is 350. So again, if you're ever trying to register for something, I know sometimes for the region, when you're registering, they ask you for your market center number. So we're 350. Like I said earlier, if you click this office calendar, it'll pull you all by itself all the way to the calendar, which is great. But not going to linger on that too much longer. Yeah, you can come in. So under tech resources, we've got a few other great things here. You can go to Command 101. I will say Marty Miller's for Teams. If you're having trouble with Command, you want to understand more, they do a 66-day challenge. So definitely check that out, but it's a YouTube style. Marty Miller for Teams. So here, I'll even click it for you so you can kind of see what it's about. So it's going to, sorry guys, I don't know why it does that. That's the second time. But so it'll take you straight into that first day 0, where introductions and where I can find future videos. The next day is completing your marketing profile. So it really breaks it down, and they're short little videos just to help you get steps further in navigating commands. So I would highly recommend Marty Miller for Teams, and it'll be under that tech resources tab up top here. But we also do have Pivot Shift Ahead, which is a great page as well that offers different trainings. James Shaw does a lot of work with Pivot. And then we've got other access points to commands and Scotland Roy. And on the right-hand tab, helpful links. Again, we've got really helpful links as well. Again, touching back on the Colorisms, we've got your opportunity to schedule your conference room. We've got our strategic vendor partners. If you click on that, I'll actually show you. It will break down in an Excel sheet, all the vendor partners we have organized by their profession. So it tells you what their name is, what point of who's the contact there, email, phone number, what services they offer. So this is another really great spot. Maybe you didn't join the Facebook page in time and, oh no, Rob hasn't accepted my request to join the page yet. What do I do? This is where you guys can go. He updates it fairly regularly, so I would highly recommend checking that out as well. And then the only other things is we do have a prayer request form. We do care a lot about you guys. We consider you family. So anytime that there's something going on, or maybe it's not you, maybe it's someone else in your life or another agent here, we do encourage you guys to just let us know about it. There's a prayer request form, but you can also just email us if you're comfortable with us knowing about it. We do like to take the time for our morning huddles. We'll pray for you guys and make sure everyone's doing well. So we do want to know when things are going, when things are getting a little tough. The other really great thing is not only is KW Cares International thing, but KW Cares Valentine is also a thing. So we do have an emergency fund here as well that we do donate into for a lot of our social events. And our agents will contribute to that frequently. And that's used for us to help our agents in their time of need. So if you ever feel like you're struggling or know someone who is, just let us know and we'll happily use that to take care of everything and get you guys back on track. The other thing is the refer an agent form. We really haven't been using the refer an agent form as much recently. Typically speaking, if there's someone you work with really closely with on a transaction, you're like, this person's amazing. I want them to be a Valentine. I want to see them every day in the hall. Go ahead, you can email Teresa or Abby and let them know the name of that agent, point of contact, and they'll be in touch with them in the next few days just to see, hey, are you interested in joining KW Valentine? I've heard wonderful things. You know, I'd love to meet with you. So anytime that you guys are interested in doing that, that's how I would recommend is email one of the two. And the really great thing that can benefit you from that is that can help you build your downline because they're going to look at you and be like, this is why I got into Keller Williams. Oh my gosh, I'm going to name you as my sponsor. And then that helps just build that passive income, which is another really great opportunity here at Keller Williams. So I think that's kind of everything I plan to share with you guys. Are there any questions directly about the website before I hand things over to Sue? No? Okay. I know I threw up information at you because it was a lot. So what I always like to tell everyone is, maybe right now you don't have questions, but then you go home and you're like, oh crap. So in those situations, just email me because I'm happy to still, troubleshoot and give you all the answers I can. But that way you're not sitting here racking your brain trying to figure out what could I possibly have a question about. So Miss Sue is going to take over for me just for a moment because she's amazing and she's going to tell you about call time. Yeah. But here, do you want to sit or do you want to stand? Okay, then I'm going to sit.
Good morning, everyone. And first of all, KWB resources, I use that so many times during the day. I have a question about something, I go right into that. I love that resource. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we all use it a lot. And Liz is right. We throw so much information at you guys in the beginning and your head's spinning. And what are they talking about? You can stop any of the agents in the hallway and ask them a question. You can always ask me a question. If I don't know the answer, I know who has the answer, so I'm kind of a good starting point sometimes. And I'm very good at directing people to where they need to be. But anyway, I wanted to just take a few minutes and talk to you all about call time. I actually will be sending out an email this afternoon saying, hey, it's time to sign up for April call time. So it's coming out this afternoon. And the call time schedule, I should have bought one in and I didn't. But it's Monday through Friday, and the times are 8:30 to 11:30, 11:30 to 2:30, and 2:30 to 5:30. So they're 3-hour shifts, Monday through Friday. We also have call time for the weekends. And what that means is starting at 5:30 Friday night through 8:30 Monday morning, anybody that calls the office would be directed to your cell phone. So I will tell you that weekends fill up right away and the morning shift fills up right away. Very popular times, especially, Liz is amazing right there. She has it. That's what it looks like. There it is. Yeah, so anyway, it's great for a couple of reasons. One, you meet a lot of people at the front desk, agents, staff, your clients coming in. It's just a great place to sit, meet people. You kind of get a feel for a lot of things here in the office, some of our energy. It's really a great spot. Somebody may tap you on the shoulder while you're sitting up there and saying, hey, can you do an open house for me this weekend? It can lead to a lot of great opportunities for you. So I'd love to get you all over there.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, I know, get you up there. Some of the other things we do at the front desk is we direct a lot of traffic. We direct folks down to the attorney's office. We direct folks to high performance real estate, HPREA. also known as, and to the restrooms. Those three places are the three places that
They're
everyone
happening
wants to know.
spots. They're happening spots.
They're the hot spots in the office, for sure, for sure. So let's see, what else? But anyway, I just wanted to poke my head in and say hi and welcome, and I would love to get y'all at the front desk. And I will share with you, I had somebody with me last week. It was
New
a
agent, new agent.
new agent, her first time on call time. She picked up the phone and she had a $1.1 million lead. Woo, listing, a listing. No, a buyer. It's a buyer. They're moving here from Phoenix.
It doesn't even matter.
You're right. It was so funny. She looked at me and she said, "What am I supposed to do?" I said, "Call your coach, call your team group leader, call somebody." So she called Miranda. This is so funny. And Miranda, she said, "What do I do?" Miranda said, "The first thing you need to do is get off call time now." And she said,
Make an appointment.
yeah, she said, she wants me to leave call time. I said, "I want you to leave call time.
Go.
Go ready for this $1.1 million client. Yes,
Right.
go find Miranda."
Yeah.
So anyway, that was pretty exciting. And we have had Lara
Mhm.
is another one of our agents. She was on call time when she first started out with me. And this couple walked off the elevator one Friday afternoon and said, "Hey, we're here. You know, we're just looking for a house this weekend. Can you help me?" And she said, "Oh, absolutely." And she starts writing stuff down. And she said, "So what kind of budget are you looking for?" They said, "Well, we're looking for like 1.2 to 1.4. She said, "Okay." She's like, and so she found them some properties and they went and looked. And then things were happening back wherever they were living. They had to kind of put things on hold. And they were on hold for almost a year. And about 11 months later, they called her and said, "Okay, we're ready. Can we do this?"
But I'm sure she kept in contact.
She did. She kept in contact with them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She kept in contact with them. And so she closed in, I think it was in December that she closed.
Awesome.
It was a $1.4 million.
Love it. Those are
You know,
awesome stories.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so there's opportunity, and we get opportunities for, all different price points at the front desk. So it's just a really cool place to sit, and feel a part of the office. So,
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share a few minutes.
Thank you.
And stop by and see me whenever you come in. People come by.
And how did we get to full time?
So, what
I'm
I,
sending an email this afternoon.
and,
Yeah.
for future, so, I did my kw.com. You'll use your same command, Keller Cloud login, which should be in that Scotland Roy PDF they sent you. So mine is my first initial and Hughesman, and then my password. I'm not gonna tell you. But so once you're in, you'll just scroll down, under quick links here, you click on the intranet. And within the intranet, this is where you're gonna see a lot of the office posts. Usually we will take to, we'll do an email blast. So they'll hit your individual email accounts as well, as rather than just sitting in here. But this is also where people will post about looking for a 4-bedroom home. And also I have this new listing that's coming soon. So you go and
Put this out this morning, just a few minutes ago. I have call time available today from 11:30 to 2:30. The reason I have that available all of a sudden is because the person that was going to be doing call time at that time has a client in town. And I said, "Don't work with your client. They come first."
but,
So, and it wasn't 2 minutes later, I had a reply from somebody. So,
yeah,
yeah.
highly sought after.
Yeah.
But yeah, so under here, you are welcome. So we've got the blend, we've got office posts, which is typically where things like our posts will go up, but associate posts and community posts, that's you guys talking about different things going on. And you can email blast those out as well if you ever wanted to. I'll just quickly show you, but I can also remind you guys. If this was my post, which is Joe Lindsay, so now I don't feel bad because I was gonna, okay,
If you want to.
I guess. I was gonna do Joe's. Though.
Okay, go ahead. Use that.
So what you'll do is once you click on the post, and when it's your post, you'll just hit the announce post button up here. When you hit announce post, Here we go. It'll say add recipients. You'll go into group and click on distribution list, which is everyone in the office. And then you hit update recipients and you would just hit the blue button, send message, and it'll go into everyone's emails, like 500 email accounts. So anytime you guys have something going on, you're like, I really want this person to know, you can use that as a tool. So mykw.kwb.com, and you'll just go into the intranet and you can do posts and blasts and all that good stuff. So another great tool, and I'll show you again how to use it if you need, but.
And the internet's a great place to look too, to see different announcements coming out from the office. You know, I look at it a lot during the day as well to see if anything has come up. Obviously, one of my agents was looking, I just see my agents, was reading her email, because I sent an email blast and also an internet announcement. And I mean, within 2 minutes, I had somebody cover all time. So, yeah, so that's where you'll see my announcement saying, hey, it's time to sign up for April call time. Yeah.
Did you have a question too,
I
Julie?
think I'm just an oddball because I'm coming from a different.
You're good.
community. I have listings that are still active with my other
Mhm.
center, so I feel like my command hasn't rolled into this. Is that
Right.
correct?
So there is, and I could be speaking incorrectly, so you may want to, again, double check with Carla, because she'll know a little bit better. But I believe that in those situations, when you do transfer over, what you have to do is you'll have to, at least during that transition period, you'll have to use a drop-down menu and select the market center that you're a part of. I do know that that's something at some point. I know that that especially applies to people who are doing like an expansion. So double check with Carla, because she may have a better idea for you on that. But right. Let me, yeah, no, I totally understand. But that is kind of the gist of orientation, everybody. So thank you so much for being here. You guys are more than welcome. Eric is actually going to be speaking on a lot of financial, giving a lot of financial advice in just a little bit. So if you guys would like to stick around, lots of really great, yeah, lots of, yeah, which is really great.
Yeah.
A great tool.
Eric is also an agent here in our office. Eric
Mhm.
White.
Yep.
See you guys.
So yeah, if you guys would like to stick around, please do. He will be speaking from 11 to 12:30. I'm actually about to help him get set up, but you guys are welcome to at least have 30 minutes to stretch your legs.
Well, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
And we're glad you're all here.
Thank you, Liz. Have a good day.
You're welcome, Michael. Bye.
Lucky to have you.
And I have the clicker right now.
I do. It's in my